Hello, this is Malcolm Rose, and it's actually been quite some time since I've played any dungeon crawl. Probably not too obvious, to my viewers since I schedule these out in advance. I actually have a tendency to play an awful lot of this game and then not do it for months at a time. So I've still got my streak, the 37 streak, being published. It's not in real time. Sorry to disappoint. Just, because the last time I tried to publish a bunch of videos in a row, some people complained, and rightfully so, that I was sort of annihilating their news feed or their YouTube feed, whatever it's called. So now I schedule them one per day. But anyway, you can consider this kind of a little interlude, I guess you could say. What I'm going to do today, just real quick, just for some fun, is I am demonstrating doing a little demo of a new fork of crawl. It's called X-Crawl. The X stands for Ztahua, because a lot of the guys from that server kind of got together and decided to make this fork. They maybe didn't like the direction that the baseline game was going in. And so there's going to be a few more chances taken, a little bit more of an exciting design direction. So you'll see there's already a bunch of new stuff going on here. We've got this fairy species, we've got this Dusk Walker species, and we've got this Sand Dwarf species, and I'm assuming there have been changes to some other stuff as well. Today I'm going to play a Sand Dwarf, and this apparently is a species that can use magic while wearing heavy armor, so there's no ER or encumbrance rating as far as I know. But you get a real big punishment for that benefit, which is that you move slowly. So we're just going to give it a shot. This has nothing to do with my streak. This isn't even the same game, so I'm not going to be too worried about losing, although I am going to try to win, obviously. And we've got something, and this is actually the thing that I'm most excited about. A couple new classes. Rogue has replaced Assassin, I guess. I don't really know if there's a big difference there or not. It looks like they still have the blowgun and the curare, but don't worry about that. I'm not concerned about that. The thing I'm excited about, and the thing that really makes this interesting, is Archaeologist. Thoroughly inept at fighting, but well-dressed. Archaeologists enter the dungeon looking to cast light over the origin of ancient relics. Now that, I think, is not the greatest description in the world. I might ask them to change that. But I'll just kind of show you what's going on with this. It's kind of a really interesting concept. But before that, I will say, hopefully, now I've gotten a lot of complaints about my microphone. I've got it set differently now. The gain is a little higher, and I have the, I don't know what you would really call it, but there's a switch on this thing that lets you kind of change the way that it picks up sound. So what should happen now is people with laptops and kind of lower quality speakers hopefully will be able to hear my voice a little better and not hear my keyboard so much. I mean, to some degree you're going to hear the keyboard because it's a mechanical keyboard, it's very loud, but hopefully it's a little better for you guys now, so let me know if it's not. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. But anyway, back to X-Crawl. So I've got this start. It looks like I got a potion here. That's always nice. We've got this kobold in plain sight. But what's going on with our character here? So we didn't start with very good skills. Archaeologists are kind of terrible. We got some stealth, we got some fighting, and some dodging. And we got... I thought this character started with a manual. Let's just read these descriptions, and I'll... Manuscript written in indecipherable language. It was found buried together with an equally mystifying crate. Okay, well, what's supposed to happen here, and I guess I didn't quite understand how it worked, but what I thought happened was you start with a manual, like a skill manual, and I thought you could use it immediately, but I guess that it doesn't turn into a manual for a little while. So we're just going to train fighting a little bit here. Let me see what their aptitudes are like, by the way, these sand dwarves. Wow, +4 maces and flails. That's outrageous. That's outrageously good. +3 evocations. That's pretty good, too. They're not so great at magic except for fire and earth. Really bad at conjurations too. These are some curious aptitudes. Well, we'll see what the crate is. Anyway, the way this thing works, and here's what makes Archaeologist really interesting. This turns into a manual, and that manual is related to what the crate turns into, which is going to be an unrand, that is to say something like Zephyr or Sharngo, whatever you want to call it, or the Sword of Jihad, or one of those named artifacts that's the same every single time. And the manual is going to be for a skill associated with it, so it could be like an artifact book, I think, which means that the manual would be for the magic skill associated with that book. Or if it was a sword, this would be a manual of long blades, or I guess short blades if it was a short sword, or a dagger or whatever. If it was a robe, it would be dodging. If it was like plate mail, it would be armor. I don't know exactly when those items change to what they actually are. I want to say it's when you level up the first time, but I guess we're going to find out. Anyway, we start with no spells, we start with no books. We're naked, except for some decent armor, but no weapons or anything. And we move slowly. 1.2 instead of 1, which, by the way, Ultraviolet 4, I was talking to him, and he noticed that in my videos I always do math to see like when my last, how much time my last action took. But it's right there. It's been here the whole time, and I just somehow didn't notice. Anyway, this guy can do quite a lot of damage to me. I'm a Sand Dwarf, this new species. It's not like a Deep Dwarf, so I don't have damage shaving, so this is actually kind of dangerous. Why don't we just go down real quick and see... Ew. That's very bad. I was hoping there was not going to be something right next to me. We'll go back up. I guess we're going to have to see if we can kill this thing before... That made the situation worse. Okay, we got him. That's good. Okay, let's pick up this club and wear it. It takes a couple of turns. Come on. Okay. The whip is going to be better, so we'll wear that. So we got a weapon. Let's rest. Okay, we've got sleeping lizard here. This should be fine. Got him. So this is good. We've got a few kills under our belt. Let's maybe not fight that goblin. We're trying to look for things that don't have weapons. Can't do so much damage to me. Rats and things like that. I'm playing a little cautious, just like I was a felon or something. Okay, here's something nice. These guys can only do like 3 damage, so I'll just wait and then kill him. Fighting skill reaches level 2. I'm just training fighting for now. Actually, you know what? I guess I will train maces and flails. That's a crazy aptitude. The reason I was sticking with fighting was because I was thinking long term. Like, what if that crate? And this is the interesting thing about archaeologists is you have this sort of late game or mid game benefit. And you kind of have to plan ahead, because what if that crate or that manual or whatever it turns into is a weapon and it's not maces and flails? Then I've wasted that experience. But we badly need to be better at fighting things, so I got to get that weapon skill up. With +4 aptitude, with +4 aptitude, I should be making some very fast progress too. Anyway, I'm level 2 now. I've noticed that this stuff has not changed, so maybe it's later. I'm going to take the risk of auto-exploring a little bit just to speed things up. By the way, you can play X-Crawl on its own server. It's available on CPO as well. But I'm actually playing, I'll put the link in the description, but it's X-Crawl, it's x-crawl.de, and that's the server, so it's a German server. Probably should have walked away from this, oh well. It's a German server, so you might experience some lag. I am not experiencing any lag right now, but, that may happen at some point. This is a little risky what I'm doing. These things could do some nasty stuff to me, but... Oh, let's get this ring mail. What am I doing? Now, unfortunately, even though these guys have no encumbrance rating, for the purposes of magic, at least I think that's how it works, you still will reduce your EV. So they're not horrifically broken or anything, you know. It's not like you can wear plate mail and still kind of act like you're a Che follower and have massive evasion at the same time. Let's go with, I guess let's go for intelligence since we're going to be casting. Here we go. So it's level 3. You have an epiphany. The Dusty Tome is a manual of long blades. Reading it may be the key to unlocking the crate. Interesting. Well, that sucks real bad because our long blades aptitude is actually crap. This has put me in a bit of a position. I tell you what, I should have playtested this class on a different species. Something with more even aptitudes, like a human or a octopode, maybe. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and train Longblades, because we could have a real fun Longblade there. You know, it's going to be an unran, so it's going to be something cool, right? Let's put this helmet on. It's the same as a +1 hat. However, if we get an enchant weapon scroll, or excuse me, an enchant armor scroll, we'd want to use it on that. Alright, okay, that was our first floor. Not too bad. Didn't find anything other than this whip, really, but I'm okay with that. Lagonu altar. That's something else that's changed from what I've read in this fork. Is you're going to see more altars of gods that you wouldn't necessarily see before, like Lagonu and Jiyva are now guaranteed altars for the Lair. Not particularly interested in Lagonu. This race apparently kind of sucks at invocations. I would like to pick a god that doesn't use invocations. Let's see if we can fight this thing. Hopefully we can walk away from it, despite being slow. Okay, we got him. Probably should be leading these things away, but what are you going to do? Wow, 155 stones. That's interesting. We're going to just have this sling. With that many stones, it's almost silly not to use it, even without training. This is not so great. We would rather not... Oh, I found a wand of acid at some point. That's cool. Let's train some evocations up to 8 with that aptitude. Why not? Anyway, let's use a scroll real fast. Let's go downstairs. I just don't want to fight the adder yet, that's all. You could get poisoned, I could just get unlucky and not hit it. Ah, crap, there's another one. With Wand of Acid, we're probably okay, but... Oh, enchant weapon, blech. Identify. Okay, we have haste. That's not bad. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and use Wand of Acid. There we go. Where there's one orc, there may be more. Gotta watch out. Oh, that's very bad. That's very bad that there's a centaur there. D3 centaur, I'm not pleased. Not on a slow race, especially. We gotta finish this floor, unfortunately. We gotta finish D2. I'll take the risk, I guess. Okay, there we go, teleport. And we could probably melee that guy down. We have haste as well, we can get away. Let's just do it. Let's do it. We have ring mail on. We're okay. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. If I got poisoned, I could just start busting out, you know, acid wand. And there it is. Okay, well, acid wand. There we go. It's not exactly guaranteed to kill them, but it's a pretty good chance. A lot of adders on this floor. That's sort of impressive. Some sling bullets, that's cool. We could have taken that Lagonu altar, but I don't know if it would have really given me much in the way of power increase, you know? Not much in the way of armor yet. Let's see what we can do. Oh, God. That's horrible. We'll haste. Well, I didn't actually use it. Hold on. I guess I want to... Oh, this is really nasty. Do I want to just use acid on this thing and kill him? Or do I want to pull him up? I feel like I want to... Let's think about this for a second. Also, I found a ring and amulet. I wasn't even paying attention. I didn't find them. Haste was definitely the right choice here, by the way. But we came down right next to this priest, woke him up. He can do quite a lot of damage to us. I'm not concerned about this guy here, because he's got dudes in the way. He's not going to hit me. These guys can do... Oh, Dagger of Electrocution? Oh, God. Oh, boy, that sucks. Well, that changes things. I gotta go up. And I gotta use acid on him. And I gotta use it on the priest. Okay, there we go. That's ugly. However, we got this Dagger of Electrocution now, and we got cross-training off that, right? So, we got a very, very good weapon. And let's go back down and take some names, I guess. Not so concerned when I'm hasted, you know? Got him. Intelligence again. Remember, we are gonna be using heavy armor. Let's. If he chucks a dude at me, we're gonna go back up. Yeah. I'll just rest up. This isn't so bad. Wow, they must have really bumped up the ammo on throwables. 89 silver tomahawks. I mean, that's. I'm not really complaining, so to speak, but that's kind of goofy. 6 damage. How much do these things do? 6 damage 9. Not really sure how the math works out on that. I think you add the ammo and the like the launcher and the ammo if you're gonna use something like a sling. So that's probably superior with 0 skill to the throwables. We're gonna stop training evocations since we used up our wand. Let's take a step back. Ah, crap, he put him behind us. Not exactly positioning intelligently here. We'll check the floor when we're done with the floor. Do I have remove curse? Yes, I do. That means I should be checking on this ring and this amulet, so let's do that. Reflection, cool. Teleportation. We'll remove curse on that. We'll go ahead and try this chainmail on. I meant to do that a minute ago. It's a good one. Very good. Identify some of these potions. Things are really looking up. Got some nice consumables, so that's cool. Still no altars that are really worth it, other than Lagonu, which I don't really consider to be worth it. I'm real curious what that thing could be. Maybe it's plutonium sword or something. Hey, Amulet of Rage. That's a real good. That's a good find. And we got the we got a very early. Ah, crap. We got a very early temple, but the game's gonna make me fight for it. We have heal wounds. I'm not too concerned. Let's use this new wand of flame that I found apparently real recently to clear these guys out quickly. And I will heal wounds if I get in the range that this guy can kill me. Okay. I'm going to use the sling. I'm bound to kill this stuff pretty easily, I think. How much can the iguana do? 15 damage. It's time to switch to the dagger. Again, we have heal wounds, so I'm not super concerned. I don't think there's any new gods yet. Oh, we got the slime temple. It's curious. I mean, I told you that the slime altar is always in here, but we actually got the slime temple. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? I think that Jiyva uses invocations. In fact, I'm pretty sure he does. I guess I can check on that real quick. Shouldn't take too much time. And another window here. Just give me 1 second. They're based on piety instead of the invocation skill, so we could actually go Jiyva if I really wanted to. That's fun. Not really trying to streak, so I'm just kind of free to do what I like. Let's see, I probably want to be able to dodge to some degree because I'm going to be using longswords. I probably don't want to use something with invocations, but with that said, I think Che might be kind of fun, kind of challenging. And it would give me the ability to dodge. Interesting choice. Just because I don't have a Jiyva win on YouTube yet, let's just go Jiyva. Why not? Guess I'd like to join. Gives me a jelly. Just for fun. Let's go back to D1. Oh. Well, never mind. I thought I could summon jellies. I guess I can't do that just yet. Well, once I can summon jellies, I'll have max piety real quick. Oh, here we go. The jellies on the floor eating things. On this not explored floor yet. Not yet explored. Ooh, it's the Autumn Katana! Alright, so we finished up the manual, and it gave us a weapon, which is a unique longsword, just like I said. And we got the Autumn Katana. So, yeah, the Archaeologist is just a fun way to start with kind of a weak character, sort of like a monk, that later gets something that's maybe not guaranteed to be, like, overpowered, but guaranteed to be pretty good. Autumn Katana is amazing. Really good weapon. It's also one-handed, so I can wear a shield if I like, which I would like to do eventually. It's sort of unfortunate that my aptitude is -2 and I got long blades anyway. Would have been a little more fun to get a mace, then I could have had +8 aptitude, which is insane, but that's okay. I don't mind. We'll take that to 12. Yeah, we'll take that to 12 and we'll just go from there. Should have a pretty easy game going forward, though. Like, it seems like once you unlock the crate, probably going to be somewhere close to easy street, you know? Should be able to basically tab this stuff. Oh, there's some jellies. Jelly friends. Unfortunately, they're eating up all those scrolls and things, so that sucks. That would be the downside of going Jiyva so quickly. It'll be okay, though. I can make this work. I could have probably done a little something about that, but it's not a big deal. Let's berserk using our amulet. Uh-oh, berserk is about to end, but we've killed all the tough things, so that's okay. These jellies are tearing up. Alright. Request a jelly. Let's just rest, I guess. 1, 2... Just re-explore the area, I guess. He's messing with my attributes, giving me strength. Let's just, let's drop the sling and the bullets and the stones. Everything's off the floor. So we're already max piety. There it is. There's the max piety. So we can slimify things. I'll explain that here in a bit. We can cure a bad mutation if we want to. Just cost piety. Can do whatever. And we've got pseudopods, I guess. Which is messing with my AC, so that's unfortunate. Just kind of spending some time on this floor so Jiyva can clear things out a bit. I am seeing a little bit of lag when I'm trying to do wacky things like this. It's not that big of a deal. I'm getting some good mutations. We're super immune to. We have a lot of magic resistance. Okay, down to D5. Let's see, I'm gonna use flame on this thing. We can probably fight him, but without that, but it's nice to soften them up a little bit. They can do like 30 damage, so something to keep in mind. I really want to get these consumables before Jiyva takes it all, you know. It's a little bit of a race, made worse by the fact that I move slowly. Well, somebody else is testing out Archaeologist with Tengu, and he has a weapon of electrocution. Hello, blokes. He has Call Imp. Maybe he found a summoning book. Electrocution, yeah. Electrocution is a pretty nasty one. Not sure if I can slimify a ghost or not. In theory, he should turn into like a death ooze. That's what slimify does. You touch them and they turn into an ooze. He's not resistant to fire, so in theory I should be able to let's slimify him. Probably shouldn't use random effects, but I'm gonna. I slashed him, but it's not really working. I guess it doesn't matter. Autumn Katana did the work. Oh, so maybe you can't. Maybe you can't slimify orcs or ghosts rather. Well, I can't pick up those poison tomahawks. They're eating up all these bolts. You know, this increased ammo seems to be quite a buff, I suppose, for Jiyva, or like a small buff at least. You get a little more piety, although once you're at max piety, getting more piety just kind of makes them give you more mutations. Let's drop these gloves here. It's going to take a little longer to get through these floors if I'm fooling around, you know. That's okay though. Anyway, these green things here, those are special Jiyva mutations. So I have, I think this is the Yellow Draconian Bite, which you can't get unless you're worshipping Jiyva or you're a Yellow Draconian. And the Pseudopods thing is like an extra attack. Like, like a, what do you call it? Like talons and things. Looks like I got hit hard enough by Smite that it triggered another Jiyva ability, which is popping out jellies like TRJ does. And this jelly's just tearing stuff up. Good stuff. Yeah, we got our first book. And it's summoning. Summoning is good to have. Book of Callings. Gives us a very broken spell, Summon Lightning Spire. We're not so good at summonings, though. We're not good at air or summonings, so I'm not sure if I even want to go in that direction, to be perfectly frank. I'm gonna... I mean, I should guess, just because I'm so slow, I need some kind of summonings. I'm gonna play it risky for now and not do that, though. Oh, we've got marks. We've gotten marked. Let's just hang out here in the hallway. Doesn't really matter what skills I get, or stats, since Jiyva is going to change them anyway. I'm going to risk the random effects on these guys. She's already hasted, so there's not a whole lot she could get other than Enrage, which I would care too much about. Okay, Doan's going to be pretty mad about that. I'm going to slimify this thing. He's actually a neutral jelly, but he killed Doan for me anyway, so that's fine by me. I got dexterity, okay. Not really getting a lot of mileage out of being a Sand Dwarf yet, but we'll cast spells before too long. Perhaps even in heavy armor. Although that is one problem with worshipping Jiyva, is that, well, you might have some trouble. Getting spells working. Because the intelligence, you know, Wow, they're really eating up these stones. But yeah, he's going to screw with your intelligence a little bit. Notice how I had like 20 and now I have 10. And he's going to try to do that in such a way that it's what the game thinks you want based on what you're training or what you have trained. I think that's how it works. Unfortunately, it's not very good, usually, sometimes. A lot of the time, even. But I've got all these resistance, or excuse me, all these mutations, so that's sweet. Can't complain about that. Let's identify some more things. But this is one of those fun, you know, quality of life things, I suppose you could call it, that should have probably existed in regular crawl a long time ago. Like, why is Jiyva not allowed in the early game? It's not like it's particularly broken or anything, you know. All right, this is not so good. This guy can paralyze me. I could just go to town. I guess I've got chainmail on. He probably wouldn't kill me. I'm gonna lignify just for safety's sake. This way, if he paralyzes me, he's gonna have a rough time killing me through my AC as a tree. And we're gonna turn lignify on, despite the fact that we've run out of them, so we can pick those up. Oh, we want to pick this thing up so Jiyva doesn't eat it. Ooh, it's a staff of earth. That's pretty cool. Wand of flame, that's okay. We very well might end up casting our spells. Let's take this situation seriously and slimify this dude. There we go. I'll go ahead and berserk to kill this stuff. Passed out, that's okay. That's the problem, of course, with using, you know, using Berserk Amulet, is that you can pass out a lot more often than you would if you were using Trog. Anyway, we found a book, but it was transmutation, unfortunately. And I could go transmutation, but these guys kind of suck at it, -2 aptitude. And I'd like to keep using long blades, to be honest with you. We could go statue form because it's nice, but meh. Let's drop this robe. Okay, down to the next floor. Just giving my guys time to eat everything, you know. It's an interesting ring. RF++. Kind of wrecks my strength, I guess. And my EV. Overall, a +5 stat increase. Jiyva should sort of fix that, you know. Not so sure about that EV -3 though. It's probably good. Let's just put it on the list. I don't really need anything else though. There's Lair. She has Disto, she has Chaos, which is pretty bad. What can she do again? Just some minor attacks, I guess. Throw Flame, throw Frost. Haste is kind of a big deal. Could try random effectsing her. A little bit risky. Swan of Flame. I want to make this jelly fight her. That didn't really work, did it? I'm concerned because she can paralyze me. Should we risk it? Guess we're kind of in a situation where we have to risk it now, huh? This is why I hate Chaos as a brand. The only way I would be able to not risk it here is if I were to use a Scroll of Blink. And since we're not really streaking here, I don't care. I'm just going to fight her. There we go. Alright, we have 12 Longblades. That means we have Autumn Katana and Mendeley. Let's just train fighting, dodging, and armor. No particular emphasis on any of them, just all three. And we'll take evocations up to 8, why not? See if I can tab this stuff. It's nice that I get to do acid to, you know, I get to corrode things just with regular attacks. Gonna take a look at all these items, make sure that they've been eaten. Request a jelly to eat them. Alright, let's go into the lair. Let's immediately go into the lair, why not? Identify some things. I probably should be taking this guy a little more seriously since I have no Arpoise. We're just going to Slimify him. Got him. Wait, have we found magic mapping already? I guess we have. I was going to try to magic map to find that what do you call it, the ice cave that I saw, but that's okay. Alright, we got Pure Man, the Minotaur Archaeologist. Can't Slimify ghosts, apparently. I'm gonna walk away from him for now. I'm hoping that maybe I find a Hydra that I can turn into a big slime. Well, my slimes are already on the floor eating stuff. But yeah, if I could get an Azure Jelly or something on the floor, it would probably kill that ghost for me. You feel a bit more experienced. I guess my ghosts, or excuse me, my slimes are taking stuff out, you know? This isn't so good, this guy. We don't have our C. I'm gonna try to fight him. Ugh. This is the cool thing, though, is if I take too much damage, these guys come out and then they just start wrecking things. So that's cool. But apparently Ice Devils are really, really quite strong. Oh, these jellies are really eating a lot of stuff on this floor. You can see these distant slurping noises. I'd be annoyed, but I kind of put myself in this situation, you know. It's my fault. It just goes with the territory of worshipping Jiyva, that's all. They will eat anything that's not an artifact. Whoa! Wow, okay, we got probably the worst case scenario, which is that we got Ice Blasted and Icicled at the same time. Thankfully actually not Icicled, but Bolt of Cold. Actually, we're lucky. Bolt of Cold missed me. If it had hit me, I could have died. Let's blink on out of here. Maybe stop rushing around so much. Take a step. Kill him. Looks like the jellies are eating things off screen again. Got him. Let's rest. Not too worried about losing the loot here, you know, it's whatever. As long as I'm alive, I'm happy. Speaking of being alive, these devils. God, I wish I had RC. This is the kind of thing I might just skip if I was trying to streak. We're gonna probably berserk. Can this thing see invisible? No, it can't. Let's, just for fun, let's drink invis. And berserk. Got him. Okay, now we're gonna go backwards. Crap, come on, don't follow me. We need berserk to be over. Okay, cool. Got him. Remember, I am slow. Even when I'm not slow from berserk, my walking speed is slow from being a sand dwarf. Sort of like Barakian, so I have to be real careful because once I get into a situation, if I don't have blink scrolls or something like that, it's GG, you know? Yeah, there was treasure here, by the way. This is a little treasure room. It's all gone now, though. I really need to submit a PR pull request or a change to the game to take these clouds out. Something I've been wanting to happen for a while, and now that there's a fork like this, which is a little more democratic, you know, player base has more of a vote, I guess you could say, in what the direction of the game is. I could actually go make a change to the game right now and say, well, hey, would you guys like all these frost clouds to be gone from Ice Cave, which I think they should, because I don't... There are a variety of reasons, I just don't think they're very... I do not think it's a very good mechanic in here. Like, for example, they will kill half the cave if you've got wolves and things. There's a Reaper that spawns in here, I think, in this version of it, that you'll never see. You almost never, I guess, because he'll die to the clouds. So on and so forth. It's just silly. And it's obnoxious, because if you don't have RC, it just kind of makes it a crapshoot to go through here. In a bad way. In a less than fun way. Like, look at this. I'm having fun, you know what I mean? It's not so good. Trying to wait for these things to end. Like, look at that. Oh god. Is there digging? No, there's no digging. I'm gonna use a heal wounds, because this is getting kind of stupid. Look at this crap. It's showing up right on top of me. I'll drink a curing, I guess. Could teleport. It may not matter what's in here, you know. Wish I had resistance. That would be pretty sweet. I mean, I could just die in here. I think I have to teleport. Yeah, I can't risk that. That's dumb. We're just gonna have to... We're gonna have to live without ever finding out what was in there, you know? What are you gonna do? Because it's just like it's too RNG as to whether I'm gonna live or not. And that is a great reason why those clouds are stupid. There was... I mean, I could have, like, tried to walk a little further and blink in and, you know, waste some more resources, but... It's not particularly worth it, you know. By the way, we get our core for worshipping Jiyva. Let's just fight this thing. Probably be okay. There we go. Slimes are really messing things up off screen. Guess I can go toe-to-toe with Mambas, that's nice. Ooh, short sword of distortion. I can try random effects. We're gonna get slowed from the curare. It's really sucky. Not much we can do. I guess I could haste. Sort of an odd situation to use haste for. Oh, that was a brand weapon scroll. Oh, we hasted her. That's not great. That's why you really shouldn't use random effects. I would never do this if I was trying to streak. She's hasted, we're slowed. It's bad combo. Wish we had teleport, but we don't. We have blink. This is why I should have probably learned some spells. Sticks to Snakes would have been a good candidate. Oh, that's useful. Let's try Flames. We could get Penance if we tried to random effects her when she's right next to a jelly. Oh, she's slow now. Sweet. Let's use Curing, I guess. Did she die to a... No, she teleported. There's a ghost. Let's get away from him. Unfortunately, he's catching up. Got a weapon of electrocution. He can do 35 damage. He is brutally strong. And we're slow. So we're going to have to haste. The slow has worn off. This is good. We can walk away from this guy. Oh, there's Sonya. This is okay, though. We're within distance that we could blink and basically get out of here. So let's try to kill her with Flame. She's dead. That's great. Yeah, these Minotaur ghosts especially are kind of best left alone. I could try to go toe-to-toe with him, have an acid blob or whatever pop out of me, and then try to win that way. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use random effects. On the off chance that he gets paralyzed. If he gets hasted, no problem. We'll just go down the hatch. Oh, we're going down. We'll finish out Lair. Trying to position this so I can fight these guys one at a time. Well, we've auto-explored into a Hydra. Auto-explored into a Hydra. Unfortunate. We don't really have a way to kill a Hydra right now, except for Wand of Flame from far away. We're going to use Wand of Flame here. Where is my jellies? I guess I'm not taking enough damage at once for there to be a need for jellies, according to Jiyva. So let's... This sucks. We're going to have to blink away. I guess we're going to use Flame. Wow, that's not working. I may have to haste. This is not good. We can't just fight him because we're just going to make more heads. We're really burning through consumables. But of course, this is going to happen when you're a species that's slow, you know. Haste potion it is. And there we go, we got him. Now we really are kind of running on empty, aren't we? I guess I'll stop being stubborn and I'll go ahead and get... Call Imp, I guess. Set those skill targets to something reasonable. Let's use these scrolls. One of them might be... One of them could, in theory, be acquirement. Unfortunately, no dice. No dice there. Got a four-headed Hydra here. And we're officially in a position where we've got to fight it. That's fine. What I should have done last time probably is Slimify. We're just going to do that. Hi, friend. I guess my auto-export didn't pick up that scroll. What a shame. Or that one. Wait, we got this one. I guess I had auto pickup off. That's odd. We're trying to find slime, because I can just go into slime and pick up every last artifact in there. Once you have full piety on Jiyva, it's just a free rune, you know? Which is pretty sweet. Tell you what's not sweet, though, is this siren. She's not going to be able to get us, though. Probably not at 5%. That's just... Wow, what happened there? Oh, I'm riposting. Okay. I was like, I didn't actually swing. Why is she alive? Or why is she dead? Okay, we got shoals. Oh boy, Nessos. Probably the worst unique we could have possibly found, with the fact that we don't have any, we do not have any sort of hexes. We're gonna have to leave. Thankfully that porcupine got in the way. Of course, we've got a real issue now on that floor. We're going to have to kind of stay on staircases if we want to fight him and try to kill him with random effects. Hopefully he doesn't show up while I'm doing all this. What's going on with these boots? Crap. Let's go ahead and summon a jelly. One good thing about having jellies actively eating stuff on the floor while you're still clearing it is that you will get healed a little bit when they do their little work, so you might find it saving your life. Believe it or not. I'm going to shout a little bit. Wanted Nessos to show up, but I guess maybe he's not around anymore. These jellies may very well be able to kill Nessos, by the way. You notice how they're doing damage to these rhyme drakes and things. Oh hey, a unique helmet. They can't eat that. Alright, we have some summonings now. We can make imps. And that's just dandy. That'll allow us to hopefully walk away from things a little easier. Oh, that's a good helmet. It's got regen. And strength and dexterity. Nice. A little bit of lag there. Nessos is probably dead, if I had to guess. I'm going to assume one of these 1,000 jellies took him down. Oh, we got a volcano. Want a polymorph. I'm just going to Slimify. Take out the Hydra that way. Do that again. Here is the volcano. I'm polymorphing this thing. I guess that's better, kinda? We'll find out. There we go. Alright, let's do this. This is going to be a little more fun because we have our F. On the other hand, I think this is the really stupid version of the volcano. This has wizards in it, which can banish me. Probably not very well with all my MR. Well, no, I only have MR plus now, not MR plus plus. Don't get too used to these mutations when you're worshipping Jiyva because, well, you'll have a problem. Because these will just disappear sometimes. Like, this used to be plus plus, now it's plus. So don't get too married to the idea of having benefits from that. Yep, wizards. So they can have LCS, which is not so good. They can have Paralyze, which is really not so good. This is Berserk. Just gonna roll the dice. This is it's meant to be more of a fun game. Not too worried about being optimal. Not a lot I could do, really, to be optimal in here, I guess. I could request jellies and put them in between me and the guy, see what books they have, and things like that, but overall it would just kind of suck. Bolt of Cold, Slow, Crystal Spear, okay. Berserk. We can kill these guys quick enough, by the way, that we're probably not going to die unless we just get really unlucky. Which could happen. Close the store. Berserk. Oh, crap. Crap. Well, that sucks. Should have waited for Berserk to be over. The Berserk timer, anyway. We're just gonna play close the door until... Yeah, there we go. I can Berserk now. What the... Ah! One of my jellies broke through this door, and now the fire's getting in. Bad jellies. And my jellies have eaten all the treasure. Ooh. There's a wizard there. Come on, Berserk. There we go. Well, I guess I'll just get some more piety out of all this. Well, that was for nothing. We got experience. Not really worth the risk. Again, if I was really trying to focus on streaking, probably wouldn't even go in there. Or rather, I would have left immediately as soon as I figured out which volcano it was, assuming I was making the right choices. I don't really care how long this video lasts, by the way. I usually stop in an hour, but since this is a little bit out of order, we'll probably just clear out the lair and get the slime loot. Oh crap. There's a artifact plate. Let's see what's going on here. Slay -4. Oh, don't do this to me. That would be pretty cool if I was... We'll keep that in mind. If I decide to start casting spells that don't care about Slay. I forget if Slay targets things like Iron Shot or not. It's extra stats though, so that's nice. Only +2 armor though, probably not particularly worth using. Still no slime, it's gotta be on Lair 6. Oh crap, I'm gonna be put to sleep. Not good. This is okay now though. It's just, as long as only Dream Sheep are around, if you're like a reasonably tanky character, then sleep doesn't matter that much, but it starts to matter in a hurry if there's stuff that can do real damage to you around. Let's see if I can fight this stuff. I've got RF, so it's probably okay. Just from, what do I have RF from? I guess it's my chainmail. That's cool. Okay, let's Slimify this Hydra as usual. Wow, Slimify didn't work. Whoops. There we go. I don't know why I'm ordering that to attack things. It's not actually friendly. The only friendly ones are the ones that pop out when you're hurt. Not the ones that pop out when you use Slimify on something and turn it into a slime. At that point they're indifferent, which is still pretty good. They'll still fight things for you, just not, I don't think you get experience for it. And you can't order them to do things, particular things. Can't have them walk away or anything like that. Oh hey, we can tab Hydras now, that's cool. Kind of figured with such a good weapon. A little bit of lag here. Okay. Let's fight this dragon. I'm just gonna do it. No need to prepare. I can melee this guy down. Okay, he leaves no hide. Scroll of vulnerability. Okay. Let's go into slime pits. They're kind of neutral to me. As soon as a turn passes, there's no need to explore this. There's never any loot. See if we can get in here before too much stuff gets eaten. Oh, it's all getting eaten. There's no ability to paralyze the jellies anymore either. That sucks. I'd really like to have these books. Well, we got some stuff. Nothing particularly useful. Get the staff. Get the scroll of amnesia. Oh, come on. Oh no, don't eat the manual. Don't eat the manual. No! That sucks. Yeah, that's the downside of this, is that they will eat a lot of the good stuff. And there's not a whole lot you can do about it unless you're just really quick. Let's see, we got Shatter. That's, you know, if I want to go Earth, that's sweet. Pass wall's useful. Stat form, you know. Really good chainmail. Too bad it's RC minus, that sucks. However, I can keep that on hand. But yeah, you mostly just get the artifacts. Watch them eat up these ammos, or this ammunition. Yeah. So they can't eat the artifacts, and that's what I got. Let's see what this amulet is. Acrobat. Gives me that massive EV. The RF Plus is pretty sweet off of that. Probably going to keep that on. Yeah, alright. Let's finish out Lair 1 now. probably kill that ghost. Or was it Lair 2? Huh, I guess it was Lair 1. And I guess we were a little further along in this than I thought. Oh well. Alright, I will... You know, I will go ahead and clear out dungeon, I guess. It's one of these awful transporter vaults. Really bad. Do we have teleport? Yeah, we do. Slave meant clouds. It's wacky. Okay. It's nice that they can just summon things that open the door. Because I'm glad I have some evocations. Yeah, this one wasn't that bad. Do not need Staff of Cold or Staff of Power, and we never will. Okay, let's let the jelly get some food here. It'll do that stuff on its own. I don't need to stick around for it. Let's see. Okay. Next floor, I think we can even melee this guy here. Yep. Doing okay. Training defenses a lot, so not having too hard of a time. Wow! The singing sword. That's an interesting one. Negative 1, 14, plus 3, 13. Is that two-handed? It's definitely a, based on a double sword, I think. Yeah, it's based on a double sword, whereas the katana is its own little type. Probably about the same in terms of which is the better weapon. In terms of like damage, I mean. Unless you want to count the sonic damage, which doesn't really do much. What we really need is a shield. Unfortunately, my slimes are kind of eating all of them. Okay, so Mendeley 16. No, I lied. The Autumn Katana is faster, 0.6 versus 0.7. So, pretty much solves the question of which one's better. And it requires a lot less training, so let's just get rid of that. Kind of funny to find another unrammed longsword. Dingo Archaeologist. All the ghosts are archaeologists. It's kind of cool. Let's see, what can I do about this? Let's clouds. Alright, that killed the other stuff anyway. And I killed the ghost on my own. Kind of at the point where I just want to tab things. Using clouds when that doesn't work. should check this ghost, see what he actually is, and this one has some good spells. Vamp Drain, Bolt Drain, Regen. I think I'm going to Vuln this guy. And paralyze him. That is the proper use of a Scroll of Vulnerability right there. I'm going to immolate these dudes. I'll just Ice Blast. Use wands and tear everybody up, you know. Probably would have had a little bit of a rough time doing that without the help of some shenanigans. Just tabbing certainly wouldn't have really availed me there. Hey, we got a shield. And it's a good one. Well, we're going to train nothing but shields till that's at 15. Being a Sand Dwarf does not really help you with shields, I guess. Oh boy, that was a shapeshifter turned into a floating eye. Invisible thing there. Looks like dungeon has been shortened in X-Crawl to only 12 floors. Just watch my jelly eat some of this stuff. Stones. Kind of give them a second to take care of all this stuff. Okay, cool. Well, that's dungeon. I guess I can go ahead and do work then. Of course, I would like to see... Can Orc Sorcerers paralyze me? Yes, they can. However, this Ring of Pro Magic is in the shop. So, let's grab that. Why not? Still considering this guy here. It's not terrible. Just for the RF++, really. But we already have RF+++ based on this interesting little collection of stuff that we're wearing, so... I wonder if Amulet of the Acrobat still gives you EV while you're paralyzed. That would be kind of funny. Because as long as you don't do anything the turn before, like as long as you don't attack, you're supposed to get the EV, so it'd be sort of ironic, I think. I guess there's still a 4% chance to paralyze, but again, we're not streaking here, so if I was truly trying to optimize my win rate right now, I would not go to work until sorcerers are completely unable to paralyze me. Let's see if we can go toe-to-toe with this dude. Ooh, maybe not. What am I doing? I'm just gonna Slimify him. Goodbye. 89 Tomahawks of Dispersal. That's a little crazy. They might need to tone down the the massive ammo. I mean, I like it. I can't complain. It just seems a little much, particularly when it comes to things like dispersal. Makes me want to play a throwing dude, I'll tell you that. Okay, I'm RF+++, I don't care about this. You can hellfire me, I guess. Got the giant ending, I think. Certainly a lot of ogres. The ogre ending. Not exactly the same thing as the giant ending, I don't think. Oh boy, this is bad. Paralyze. Clouds? If I got paralyzed, I'd be dead here. These are heal wounds. Let's... Okay, good. There's stuff between me and the ogre now. He doesn't want to die. Good God. It's kind of screwing around here. It's not so good. I'm just going to swing on him. There we go. Alright. Yeah, there's another one. Wasn't even paying attention, but he cannot paralyze me, so I do not care so much. This character's beefy enough that I'm getting that sort of false sense of security you get in the mid-game when your character's just kind of rolling over everything. Assuming it's one that can hit its stride at this point. We're just really not doing much on this character other than bowling over things physically. We'll be casting spells soon enough. I may do 15 runes on this guy just to see what it's like in X-Crawl. Gotta polymorph this dude. Could be the paralyzed guy, I don't know. Why don't we enslave some of this stuff, I guess? Okay, well, Ogre Mage is gone. Got some shops. Shops are always fun on Jiyva since they can't exactly, your jellies can't exactly eat things that are in the shop, so it's a nice little place where you can get some loot. Untouchable loot. Things that would otherwise get eaten. I want these boots to start with. It could be running, which would be invaluable on this character. Flying, that's okay, I guess. We've got only 577 gold left, which is another side effect of worshipping Jiyva, is you're out of gold. You don't get much gold, because that gets eaten too. Box of Beasts is pretty sweet. Potion of Haste, all this good stuff. I tell you though, I'm gonna go and see what this book is. Nothing I really want. Portal projectile maybe if I went throwing, but probably not. Oh, that sucks. Oh well. Can't afford anything else, really. Till later. Nothing really interesting, just good consumables like haste. And, well, Box of Beasts is interesting. That's very good for late game when you have really a lot of evocations, although a sack of spiders would be a little more welcome. Anyway, I'm gonna call it here. We'll do, might have to do spider without our poise next. Or shoals, perhaps. Just gonna position the character where we're going. I guess it will be shoals. I am real tempted to go throwing, honestly. Just because of what's going on with these throwables, like the massive number of throwables you get. Because I have shoals, I'm gonna get like 4 bajillion what do you call them, javelins of penetration. But I'm sure that'll probably get changed once people realize how sort of vaguely broken that is. But until then, I can take advantage of it, I guess. But that assumes we're even going to get very many Javelineers. We very well might. Sometimes you get a shoals where you get like no Javelineers. Not too common, but it happens. But yeah, I like the fork. I think that the idea of the Archaeologist class is really cool. It's something you would probably never see in mainline crawl for a variety of reasons. But it's cool, you know, and that's one of the reasons people are interested in this fork, is that they're willing to do things that are a little outside the box thinking, you know, and they're involving the community and letting people vote on what they want into the game, you know. So you would never ever in a million years see something like that in mainline crawl, because the devs have their idea of the direction of the game, and it doesn't really matter what the player base thinks to a large degree, which I think is unfortunate in an open source project, but that's why you got forks. So here we are. This is X-Crawl. This is an archaeologist, and I find it pretty fun. Again, I'm going to put the link to the standalone WebTiles server in the description. You can also play on CPO if you want. Some of the bells and whistles of regular crawl are missing. You're not going to have a beam bot. You're not going to have... I don't think there's anything to keep track of your stats or anything like that. But with that said, it's kind of a beta anyway, you know, like experimental to some degree. So just play it, have some fun, try it out. You know, I think it's worth the time. You know, something a little new, a little bit faster pace of development. So you're going to see some interesting things out of this, I think, in the near future. Anyway, until next time, I'm signing out.